are doing well today. Addiction. That is what we are discussing today. But first of all, before we get into this, I really quickly want to express something with you. I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. I am not here giving any medical advice. I am simply sharing my experience on my healing journey, my awakening moment. I truly believe that when we experience something, that is powerful. When we learn something and we apply it to our life, and then we see change, that is powerful. And that is what I am sharing with all of you. And I gotta say, on this journey, I am learning something new every day. And it's just really cool too, because I am watching myself learn through my own channel. This is just so amazing. But when we're talking about addiction, we all suffer from addiction in some form or another, right? For me, it was cigarettes and food. That was my addiction. I took pharmaceuticals, but I don't really feel like I was addicted to it. I needed it to suppress all the pain and the rashes and all the stuff that I was dealing with. For me, getting off of those things, it was fairly easy. The hardest part was suffering from all the rashes exploding and my back pain and my allergies flaring up. Those were the difficult things for me. But the smoking was that really had a strong hold on me. And that's what this is. These addictions are strongholds. It's the negative force or the negative energy, the devil, whatever you want to call it. It's that little voice that's in our head that puts us down when we look in the mirror. It tells us we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're ugly, we're fat, we're skinny. It doesn't matter. It's constantly trying to make us weak. And when we feed into it or we start believing it, it gives it power. For me, I feel like it's the devil. It's the devil trying to ruin the temple of God. Because I believe we are all created from God. I am a Christian woman. I do fast and pray. And I do believe in the positive side of chemistry and the negative side of chemistry. It's in our face. So it is a real thing. And when we fast, I feel like, and this, I'm sharing my own experience, but the more I was fasting, the more these shackles were loosening. These addictions were actually going away. And I was, when we are learning the two sides of chemistry, there are two sides of chemistry to everything, even when we're healing the body. There's the acidic side and there's the alkaline side. And the acidic side is corrosive. It's the negative force, the negative thoughts. When we are angry, that causes acidity in the body. When we are happy and joyful, that causes alkalinity in the body. So there's these two sides of chemistry that we are dealing with. And that negative force it seems like it's more powerful, especially because it's so easy for us to fall into. But I am telling you, when we start cleaning the body, and it doesn't happen right away, because I remember when I first started fasting, I actually started doing a little bit of fast and prayer before I started my detox journey. I did like a 5-day water fast. I was going through a difficult time in my life, and nothing happened. I prayed like constantly too. And then, but as you practice it and you're disciplining yourself, and that's the key, is when we discipline our mind, it's almost like we're reprogramming our mind, we're reconditioning our mind. Because like I said before, we are conditioned to think and to believe in certain things since we are born. And so sometimes we could be taught wrong. And that's okay. Like I said, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm wrong. And sometimes I may get it wrong in life. We all are not perfect. We are all here learning and trying to figure this game that's called life. So we just need to learn how to let go of that negative energy. And it's through, I believe it's through, it starts with eating healthy, cleaning our body out. It's almost like, for me, it was like going through life with a very dim flashlight. I couldn't really see anything. And I didn't acknowledge anything, even though everything it's in our face. Even when we're watching TV and it shows a pharmaceutical drug advertisement, and you see all the people and they're happy and they're not depressed anymore and blah, blah, blah. And then it goes into the side effects: kidney failure, liver damage, it ruins the immune system, death. I mean, there's all these crazy blood clots. It's all these side effects. So it's all in our face, but sometimes we choose not to see it. I think that's what was for me anyways. But once I started fasting and I'm cleaning my body out and I changed my lifestyle and I was moving over to the alkaline side of chemistry, it's healing. It's just such an awakening moment. And the truth, it starts to become more real and the light becomes brighter. It's almost like, when we are eating a lot of cooked foods, this is what I believe. When we are eating a lot of cooked, dead foods, our energy is so low. Our vibration is very low. When we move into eating nutritional foods, living foods, the vibration in these foods are higher. And so the vibration within ourselves becomes higher. It's like our light becomes brighter, and our mind is starting to open up, and we're starting to see things for what it is. And it's just wow. It is just like, it's so amazing. Like, you have to experience it. You have to apply that to your life and start cleaning and just go after it. And yeah, it takes time, but you will. It's almost like that verse in the Bible: seek and you shall find. That is what I'm doing, and I am really finding the truth. That is the truth. And it does talk about fasting so much in the Bible. There is so much power with that. Jesus fasted for 40 days, 40 nights without food and water. Of course, we can't do that. But he fasted before he was tempted by the devil. So it gave him power. You see what I mean? There is something so extremely powerful when we are fasting. When we're talking about addicted to food, I know a lot of us, and I'm one of them. Before I started this, I'd be like, I'm not addicted to food. I eat fairly good. I eat some fast food, but I eat some vegetables. When you get rid of the processed foods, all the breads and the dairies, you will realize how addicted you are to these foods. I was so addicted. I had withdrawals. Just like any drug addiction, I was edgy. My family didn't even want to be around me the first month because I was detoxing my body. But when you take something away, that's when you realize you're addicted to something, is when it's gone. So if you don't think food can be addicting, it very well is very addicting. So that's some of my experience with addiction and healing the body and my awakening moment. When we are on this journey, it is very powerful. I have got to say, you are really in for such an amazing treat when you start cleaning and awakening and connecting. And you'll see all those chains, the shackles that are holding us down, those things will loosen up and they will release, and you will be set free. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end with that. And I hope and pray you guys all have a very wonderful, blessed day. And I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.